So how many of you have overslept, I mean really overslept, like had more than 8 hours of sleep, and have woken up feeling like you're just the laziest person in the world and didn't want to do anything? Well, Homer once said, "For too much rest itself becomes a pain." And taking that quote from Homer, what I want to describe to you today are some issues that too much rest definitely is a pain that we don't see every day. First of all, when you wake up, you definitely feel lazy. You don't want to do anything that day, and you get nothing done that day. Later on, those things can lead to, like, say if someone asks you to do something, your mind doesn't function right, you totally forget about it, and you end up not doing that person seems like can't rely on you to do certain things that he asks for. Another thing that it leads to is obesity, or like health or mental issues. A lot of lazy people they tend around to just sit, watch the TV, and eat food or play video games. That can fry your brain, makes you not want to, it makes you not want to do anything at all. Makes you not want to be physical, and definitely can lead to health problems. Another thing, I've had personal experiences with this. I'm sure all of you had too. I've woken up, had over probably 11 hours of sleep. I woke up with a headache. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't really feel like myself that whole day. Too much rest definitely is a pain that we don't, really associate with physical pain, but it hurts us mentally, and if we do it in the long run, it leads to very serious health problems like depression, obesity, and all this other type of stuff. And so, what I want to say to you is too much rest definitely is too much pain. So, the best thing to do is to just get up at a certain time, set an alarm for you to plan out your day and to do just what you need to do to be physical. To get your mind going, get your health going, and to get your day going. Thank you.
All right, John, you've got a point of view that's pretty clear. It's a little self-evident. I think you're going so obviously with the topic that it's going to seem tired. Sorry about the pun there. It's going to seem tired from the beginning because you're going so literally with the particular point. I actually thought that at the end of the speech you had kind of a better goal for the presentation than you had at the beginning. When you got to that exit line, you seemed to really know, here's what I'm trying to say, and if you'd been able to do that at the beginning of the speech, I don't think that you would have struggled for the content quite as much. It's not particularly well organized. You've got a good couple of illustrations, but there's things that you're talking about, but you're not moving forward with the material. You're just kind of going through a few ideas. Now the presentation, I thought it was easy to hear you. There's okay variety. You do seem a little hesitant in a couple of spots. You do get stuck occasionally, and those things seemed obvious. Your facial expressions, you're animated. Your audience contact is solid. You are kind of stuck in that one position. You keep shifting to look at the notes that you've got on the table there, and that seems a little awkward. You've got the ankles crossed awkwardly, and that's where some anxiety comes out. Like I said, I think if you had started with the point that you're making at the end of the speech, you'd have had a more direct way that you were going to develop that speech than the way you went, because you took it in such a literal way at the beginning. At the end, I think if you go back and when you watch this, go back to that last exit line and the conclusion that you had, say, that's where your speech is actually. That really seems like where you're starting to have a point, and I think it would come across more effectively then. Thank you.